me about the people in the bike lane.
Portland, Oregon is considered a mecca for street-level and grassroots art and bicycling. There's a strong level of mutual support here, and a plethora of scrappy cycling events nearly every day.
If you know where to look.
Also characteristic of this are the many decorated figures adorning Portland's bike lanes.
That one's got an apple.
I wanted to explore this phenomenon in depth, and so I grabbed the camera and arranged an interview with the woman in charge of the project, Kirsten Beyer.
The function of the bike lane would to designate a safe lane for a bicyclist to be able to ride through the city of Portland. Every 150 feet we're supposed to put a bike symbol in a bike lane. If there's a need to add a bike symbol for some reason or another, typically that comes through a work order. A lot of times we'll get work from Roger Geller, who's the bicycle coordinator for the city of Portland.
All bike lanes start as lines on the map, and so we've got streets that are designated in the city as city bikeways, and that means that those are the streets on which we're going to focus our efforts to make Portland a really good bike-friendly city.
But it's my understanding that the bicyclist has the same right to the road as the vehicle does. This just gives the vehicle a place and the bicyclist a place, because I know that sometimes there are altercations.
The dominant paradigm in the States is still that the car is the primary means of transportation for people, and the primary legitimate means of transportation for people. And certainly if that attitude has changed anywhere in any large city in the country, it's in Portland.
Do you have an understanding of the legality of automotive traffic in bike lanes?
All I heard was that it's a $237 fine if your car is in the bike lane. Typically, the bicycle symbol goes down behind our paving crews. They'll repave a street, and if there's a bike lane there about every 150 feet, we put one of these symbols in the bike lane. And the crew that's out there, usually, if they have some scrap left over and are feeling creative, add things to the bicyclist. And so that's how a lot of them have happened.
Is there a term that the city would use for these markings?
We call them bike guys.
And the gangster disciples knocked me off of my bicycle at midnight down by Selby and Briggs. I should have gone down there, but it was too late to switch. You gotta dance with who you came with. You gotta go with what got you there. I came with chipped teeth and bleached blonde hair. You gotta make do with what they gave to you. You know, they took $10 from my time.
We're right here next to the University of Portland, and I believe that the women's soccer team just won a great championship. We had a need for a bicycle symbol here in the bike lane and just thought it would be a nice tribute to the team. Ready?
On the job site, Kirsten took the role of a kindergarten teacher, pushing the crew to be creative with the materials. It was somewhat cathartic to see these adults come out of their shells and create public art on the street.
And where's the soccer ball? That little tiny ball? That's not big enough. It's got to be bigger than that. Do you have any 12-inch? You gotta know it's a soccer ball. And you have some say in this now.
In the wheel?
No. They came up with the idea, and then I come in and go, oh no, that's not good enough. You did good with the bows. What do you think? She's cute. Get the torch, start heating it. Oh, I think she's all right.
Doug and Brad, the road crew, were a little hesitant at first, but after some prodding from Kirsten, they were conceptualizing and cutting out plastic pieces with her. Doug even wanted to keep adding more detail when Kirsten decided they were done.
It's kind of a crude design, but I think they'll get the idea. The city had an employee, his name was Todd Roberts, and he was a utility worker and worked with the layout crews behind the paving operation.
I never met him, but he was just the original the original marking guy.
He was so much fun. He kept us all laughing all the time, and he had an artistic ability that was just unbelievable.
You know, rather than do the same old day after day after day, he had a little extra material and thought, hey, you know, it'd be kind of fun if I maybe made this marking look a little bit different.
I think that a lot of us didn't know, or a lot of management didn't even know what was going on.
And I remember his supervisor being very concerned that, oh my gosh, what have we done? We're violating the MUTCD, which is the, you know, that's the Manual of Uniform Traffic Control Devices that spells everything out that you're supposed to do. It's a federal document.
And they shook their heads and thought, oh no, what's going on? And then determined that, no, it's actually a positive, it's a nice thing. It makes Portland.
That's how it started. One worker being, you know, just being bored with doing the same thing day after day and deciding to do something a little bit differently, and it was well received, and then he continued doing it, and then when he left the city, other people picked it up, and now I don't think a single marking goes down that's just a standard marking anymore.